Hello, and welcome back to ASMR Mysteries. What I'm about to tell you tonight isn't a typical mystery. This isn't a legend I found in the deep corners of the internet, or a story I read in some old book. This is personal. As you know, my work, my passion, is sound. Specifically, lost, forgotten, and strange sounds. I find them, I clean them, and I try to uncover the secrets they hold. But a few weeks ago, I came across an audio file. Or maybe I should say, it came across me. And ever since, silence has become a luxury. I can't shake this unsettling experience that has been keeping me awake at night. There's only one reason I'm recording this. Someone needs to know what happened to me. I've named this story The Echo Chamber. Before we dive in, if you enjoy these kinds of mysteries, these journeys into the unknown, and these chilling whispers, please consider joining the ASMR Mysteries family. Gently tap that subscribe button and click the little bell icon so you don't miss any of the stories that are whispered in the dark. Your support gives me the strength to keep making these recordings. Now, if you're ready, I invite you to lean back, perhaps dim the lights, and most importantly, put on your headphones. Because after you hear this sound, silence will never be the same for you again. Part 1. The Signal in the Noise. Have you ever considered that sound might have a memory? Words that stain the walls, screams that hang in a room forever. I used to think it was nonsense. For me, sound was just data. Waveforms, frequencies, bit rates, files to be cleaned, repaired, and archived. My name is Alex, and my job is to salvage the lost voices of the past. Old dates, corrupted digital recordings, forgotten audio files. I take them, clean them with the meticulous hands of modern technology, and bring them back to life. Until I found that file. It all started when I bought a collection of old hard drives from a bankrupt university's paranormal research department. They contained hundreds of hours of field recordings, interviews, and experimental logs. Most of it was boring, meaningless static from EVP sessions, the whispers of so-called ghost hunters. But one file was different. Even its name was odd. Session_7_echo.wave. When I first opened it, all I heard was a wall of deafening static. That familiar, aggressive hiss of an untuned radio. But as a sound engineer, I know how to listen through the noise. It's my craft. I applied the first filter, stripping away the high-frequency crackle. And then I heard it, buried deep, deep beneath the noise. There was a rhythm, a beat. Tsk, tsk, tsk. It was irregular, not mechanical like a metronome. It was organic. Like the beat of some colossal heart, miles deep in the earth. My curiosity was piqued. What was this? A failed experiment? Or had they actually recorded something abnormal? I spent hours on it, peeling back layer after layer of noise. With each layer I removed, that rhythmic beat became clearer. And then I started to hear something else. In the space between the beats, there was a whisper. It wasn't a language I could understand. There were no words. It was more like the low moan of wind through a cave's mouth. But this moan had intent and intelligence. I became so absorbed in my work that I lost all track of the outside world. My headphones were my new universe. But strange things started to happen. Small things at first. I'd think I saw a shadow move in the corner of my eye. I'd hear what sounded like my name being whispered when no one was behind me. I blamed it on fatigue, long hours, eye strain, tricks of the mind. But then came the night it happened, while my headphones were off, sitting on my desk. The file sessions7echo.wave was closed. My computer was in sleep mode, and in the dead silence of my apartment, I heard it. Tsk, tsk, tsk. The beat? It was coming from the corner of my room. I froze, my own heart hammering against my ribs. The sound, it had leaked from the file. Or maybe it was never in the file to begin with. Maybe the file was just the key. The key that had just unlocked a door. Part 2. The Digital Cage. Sleep offered no escape. When I did manage to drift off, the beat from the corner of my room would invade my dreams. Tsk, tsk, tsk. It was a constant, maddening presence. The whispers followed me too. They were no longer just on the recording. I'd hear them in the hum of the refrigerator, in the rush of water from the faucet, in the silence between my own thoughts. I was becoming a prisoner in my own home, haunted by an audio file. I tried to delete it. I dragged session7echo.wave to the trash and emptied it. For a moment, there was silence. A beautiful, perfect silence. My own heartbeat sounded like a drum in the sudden quiet. Then, from the corner of the room, it was louder. Deleting the file had done nothing. Or worse, it had made it stronger. The key had been used. The door was open, and throwing the key away wouldn't close it. Fear gave way to a desperate obsession. If I couldn't erase it, I had to understand it. I had to know what I had let into my life. I recovered the file from my system's deep cache and went back to work. But this time, my goal wasn't just to clean the audio. It was to decipher it. I isolated the whispers that floated between the beats. I slowed them down, reversed them, ran them through every analytical software I owned. I was looking for a pattern, a language, anything. And then I found it. It was so simple, so horrifying, I almost missed it. The whisper wasn't a language. It was mimicking, echoing everything it heard. But it wasn't echoing it immediately. It was learning, processing, and then replaying it. I analyzed a new section of the recording, one after I had started my work, and I heard it. The faint click-clack of my keyboard. The sound of my own breathing, slightly distorted. The way I cleared my throat. It had been recording me. This thing, this sound, it wasn't just a recording, it was a listener. A digital parasite that fed on the soundscape around it. A cold dread, colder than any fear I had ever known, washed over me. I immediately abandoned the audio file